Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Thinky Gaming channel. This is your host, Sir Thanks a Lot, and I wanted to make a quick video about Varian Wrynn. Varian Wrynn was released about a month ago, November 15th, during the Oni Genji event, which is still going on until November 3rd. Now, I've been playing Varian for a little bit right now. I find him very fun and very nostalgic. If you guys ever played the warrior class of World of Warcraft, he essentially has all three of the talent trees. I really am enjoying the character, and a friend of mine told me that he was able to take bosses at level 10, and I'm like, really? And I can see that one of his specific builds, the attack speed build, or the fury build, depending on whatever you want to call it, gives him a lot of sustain as soon as he gets to level 10. So he has...
with purpose.
So he has essentially a sustained talent tier, which is level 7, where you can get a bunch of, it's a defensive talent tier for him. So essentially at level 1 you want to get, it doesn't matter, but for the most part people go High King's Quest because you get a lot of damage later. At level 4 you get either Warbringer or Shield Wall. It doesn't really matter which one you take. This build really, there's only one talent that you really need aside from the ultimate to make it work, and that's at level 7. So I'm gonna go Warbringer just because Shield Wall gives you more defensive stats, but I just want to show that you don't really need anything else. At level 7, the important talent, like the most important one, because if not this wouldn't work, Second Wind. Essentially what it does is that every basic attack will heal Varian for 1% of his maximum health, while below 50%. He heals for 50% of the damage dealt, so essentially he's dealing a ton of damage. He drops below 50%, he just doesn't die. Doesn't matter to what. So you pick that up, and then here it is, Twin Blades of Fury. Gets a ton of attack speed, resets a bunch of his, it resets his passive every basically 3 auto attacks it procs, and it procs Second Wind a lot faster, so essentially getting a ton of health, a lot of sustain, which is what allows him to solo bosses. So we're gonna stick into it, and I'm not even gonna hit myself. I'm just gonna show you how ridiculous this is. Yeah, last time I made a video, I actually went with AIs and kind of screwed me over. I didn't even know that there was bosses here at I didn't know there was bosses here at the try mode, but I'm gonna just get started. You wanna make sure you're still guiding it, because it'll drop roots and try to stun you. And yeah, boss is still a boss, so you wanna be as careful as you can. You don't wanna risk anything. So kite it out. So you can see here we're just healing for a ton. If you time it properly, you can block to it. You can parry 2 autos. So 1, 2, and drop 50, 52. If you don't do it correctly, then you can just drop 1 like that. 276. See? So you want to just make sure you time that. It is extremely, extremely good. And boom, dead. And there it is. We took boss. Like, I just find this mastery specifically just very, very good for jungling. He reminds me of an Illidan, or a, let's say, a weaker Artanis, or a better Artanis actually, because he just heals instead of shielding. Now there are drawbacks to that. If someone has like block, or someone like let's say someone with a blind, like let's say Lily or Johanna, or someone like Murden who like destroys his attack speed. That's all he is, because he's essentially given up an ultimate for increased stats. But it's still really good for jungling. Like if you just go to this campaign. Just parry, just want to conserve health, but I mean it doesn't even matter. Just look at this. Like, he just takes things, and he essentially doesn't get punished for it. Unless you get caught if you're doing a boss, because I mean doing a boss is just like you're just being edgy. But I mean it can be done just for some like really sneaky boss plays or a power play. Now I mean that's essentially like what I wanted to show with that was the main focus of this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing to level, oh not 30, 20, because I just wanna show real quick how I what's it called, Twin Blitz. So I'm gonna go for a Banner of Dalaran here, because it's if you guys play Varian and you saw there was a patch, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, they changed this passive to when it procs, it'll do ability damage instead of physical damage. The Blizzard essentially said that they're buffing Banner of Dalaran, but I still think Banner of Ironforge or Banner of Stormwind are better, because the Banner of Stormwind will will give you better chasing power, and Banner of Ironforge will just give you a ton of resistances. I'm gonna pick down a Banner of Dalaran just to kind of see like how much extra damage you're doing, because I mean, I feel like if you are going to buff the damage, or you're just going full damage on Varian with the attack speed build, I feel like it would only be worth to get the Banner of Dalaran with the attack speed one, just to get you the talent's worth, since it's every third auto attack. At level 16, Juggernaut increases charge damage. See, I feel like that's more for like chasing. It's even if you get the stun, it's every 8 seconds. So I would feel like this is more like to finish someone off, like someone who's like really tanky. But I still don't see myself picking this up that often. Mortal Strike is extremely good with the attack speed build. Every time you proc your passive, you basically give them Grievous Wounds or the Mortal Strike, which essentially anyone who tries to heal. So if there's a Morales or an Oriole, an Uther, someone, I mean, it works with anyone, but just people that are just do their burst heals or do a lot of consistent sustained healing, it's extremely good for just like shutting those people out. Shattering Throw, I've only seen myself pick this up against like a Chen, because I mean Tassadar doing 3000, I mean Tassadar shields don't even do that much, so I feel like that's excessive, but against like a Chen who's consistently shielding himself, you just kind of break him. So out of this talent tree, I think Mortal Strike is like the way to go when you're in a competitive scene. And then 9 out of 10 people that play Varian will tell you to take Frenzy all the time, but Demoralizing Shout, like Blizzard stated that you can play Varian 6 different ways, if I'm correct, and I don't know if that means like the different like talent, the different like builds, I guess, but I can see Demoralizing Shout being really good if you're in close quarters and you manage to get, let's say, 3 or 4 people, because 5 seconds, 25% reduced damage is a lot. 5 seconds is a very long time, and it can turn a team fight around real quick. Now, I'm going to take Frenzy just because I'm one of those 9 out of 10. I'm just kidding. I actually really like Demoralizing Shout. I tried it out with the tank variant of Varian with Taunt, and oh my god, like just my team did not like drop that and then drop the Banner of Ironforge, which reduces 25%, so that's 50% essentially of damage being mitigated, and it's just really good for damage mitigation. Like I can see, I like when they said that Varian was a multi-class hero, they definitely meant it, and I'm very happy with like the way he turned out. I feel like he's very unique, and more heroes have to be like this. On a side note, I feel like Charism should be labeled a multi-class hero, because his assassin Varian is definitely outputting a ton of damage. So I'm gonna take Frenzy just to show you like how fast and how ridiculous this is on the boss. So I'm gonna go back over here. So 278, you're seeing that 278, so I'm gonna drop the Banner of Dalaran, 334. So it's definitely above. You do a little bit more damage, which in 12 seconds, like I said, I feel like it's only, if you're strictly doing it to buff Varian, I think it's only good on the attack speed one, and the attack speed build. Let's see. Now I can parry, but I mean, I haven't really been parrying. So there you have it. I mean, I could do it again, but no, I think I got the point across. At level 1, you typically always want to get High King's Quest if you're going the attack speed variant. The other two are just not worth, just because you're already losing 25% of your AD from picking this. So if you manage to finish the entire quest, you get 60 AD, which essentially like negates what this takes away from you. I don't know, actually, I don't know if that 25% goes towards, oh, base attack damage. Okay, so yeah, so you essentially, it's like a cushion, so you lose the 25, it's a trade-off early, but once you finish your quest, you essentially get your AD back, and then you're just outputting tons of damage. At level 4, shield wall is actually extremely good when you're going against a bursty, like a mage comp or someone, or a dive heavy comp, because they come at you, you press W, and if you manage to mitigate so much damage. But and then the Warbringer, if you're the one doing the diving. I like that there's only 2, and these 2 are actually very situational, and they're both very good talents. At level 7, I like how some talents are made for specific builds. Live by the Sword is for the tank, Victory Rush is definitely for Colossus, and Second Wind, of course, is for the Attack Speed Variant. And I already talked about these other ones over here. And yeah, so this guide was just for the Frenzy, or the Twin Blades of Fury, or the Fury Warrior if you come from WoW, or the Attack Speed if you're one of those people that calls him the Attack Speed Variant. Sir thinks this is Sir Thinks a Lot. Checking out. I hope you liked the video. If you like more, comment below. Like the video. If you didn't, well, go ahead and give it a dislike. If there's something you feel like should be doing better, I'm whispering because it's really late at night where I live, and I really wanted to put this out. I made sure that the volume wasn't very high in game so you guys could hear me clearly. But if there's anything you want to see, anything I could improve on, just go ahead and let me know. I would really appreciate the feedback. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.